You're on, I think. Alright, so right there is the bike that's being worked on. Of course, I bumped right into it. So, just kind of taking a kind of a quick ride. So I'm going out to this preschool. I think it's a church. Never been there. Anyways, my wife's head out there ahead of me to pick up one of her friend's kids. She often takes care of them just as a favor. So I go out there just to find an excuse to go out and go on the bike. And I haven't been on the VFR in a little while. So I thought I'd show the VFR some love, even if it's not really well, let's just say it's not really maximizing its full potential. But so, you know, I've been giving this bike a break. Usually I ride it like every week, but I've been giving it a break because my other bike, the FJR, is probably too many. Very obvious statement in that the FJR to me is a much better handler, especially at lower speeds, lower speed maneuvers, parking lot maneuvers, what have you. So, and that's, to me, that's not a surprise. Just the way the handlebars are situated. The handlebars go into the tank on this bike. It's definitely more of the tucked in position, and it's definitely more sporty. In my duh moments, I should have realized that when I actually purchased the VFR, that it's not much of a handler when it comes to those. It's definitely more high speed, kind of more track, more freeway oriented. So this is what it is. It's definitely more of that, and there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, most, if not all, sports bikes, in my observation, is that way with regards to the handlebars. It's such a key component for handling. Because whenever I try to do, let's say, a U-turn or a tight circle for practicing, just to, when you see an empty parking lot, say, hey, let's just get freshen up or brush up upon your slow speed stuff, and geez, I'm about to drop this damn bike, because when I turn the handlebars, I actually hit the tank, and then before I even do that, my hands want to just get pried loose by the force of my turn, because they actually hit my wrists, or partial my inside forearm area gets hit, and so not good. So I'm a guy who's probably more into the handling aspect. I love great handling bikes, because to me, what's the there's a certain percentage you need, along with the power and the speed and all that, which I love as well, that you need that combination of handling and speed. Otherwise, I just look like a doofus out here who doesn't know what he's doing, without good handling stuff, or like just at will, whenever you need to do maneuvers regarding balance and slow speed stuff, which, by the way, is more useful on the road, especially in high urban or populated areas. So you need that stuff. You just need it. You just freaking need the slow speed stuff to have it as a base of skill, rather than just hopping on your bike and say, here we go, which I can't blame. It's exciting to get one of these things. So yeah, I love this bike. It's just that I figured my idea was to get better on the FJR, learn on that, improve your skills on that bike. It's an older bike than this one, believe it or not. So, and once I get good on that bike, well, I'll feel more confident with this bike, which is sort of in my collection of two bikes, sort of the princess of the two. I hate to say that or use that word, but I don't want to dirty up this bike. I don't mind. I don't plan on it, but I don't mind if the FJR if I drop that a time or two. Because I bought that bike used originally as a commuter / whatever bike, and it's turning into like sort of a well, I had to do some maintenance on it, so that's why it's kind of down right now. It can still be used as all those other things, like a all-around sort of bike. But so yeah, so I've been using this one sort of sparingly, since that's kind of like who I am. Damn it, it's like I'm not very good at the slow speed stuff, at least in my opinion. I can use some improvement, and then so I don't want to do anything until I get much better, at least a little bit better. Boy, this weather has been great. This is almost perfect. It's not hot, but it's not cold. It's right in the middle, and I love it. Another reason to go out. Oh, I said that actually. Oops. Okay, well, weather is definitely one reason. Following my wife, she's way ahead of me, to this daycare is another reason. I guess I mentioned this too, but there's actually a third reason that I'm just accumulating these reasons in my head, is I haven't ridden this in a little while. So 3 reasons, which I all mentioned earlier. Can I come up with a 4th reason? We'll see. Well, I mean, I guess the 4th reason would be I haven't really came out with a vlog or a video in general. So I haven't done that in a little bit. that the railroad tracks that are? No, it's not. Okay. Those set of railroad tracks down there. I've never, well, one time I seen them on, and it was like some sort of, I don't know if it was a false warning when the lights came on, but there was no train. So we got a bunch of cars that were stopped, and there was no train in sight, even though the tracks were on. Oh, yes, construction, huh? I think we can beat it still. Just need to get to that light. So anyways, coming back to the old handling issue, so that is a huge thing. The handlebar thing, I think, is like the main reason for me. So I am gonna plan on getting, for sure, I should say, something to raise the handlebars at least, gosh, man, I wish I can raise it like 3 inches. I don't know if there's anything out there. Maybe there is, at least from the position it is now, my hands. I think right where they're sitting now, that's 2 inches. I know the Healy bars, they have a 2-inch raise on these bikes. So, and then 1 inch back, I think is what I read. So come on, lady. this pretty much concludes my little 4 reasons for getting on the bike. I thank you very much for being here with me, and I hope to see you soon.